Alright, ladies and gentlemen, excited to be sharing this with you. So this is stuff that nobody's teaching right now, but that will put lots of lost money back in your pocket. So let's begin. Let me make myself a little smaller here. Alright, so what are we going to do on today's training? So first of all, we're going to be strategizing what is going on behind the creation of a flow. You will see what I mean in just a minute. Then we will be writing the email copy for the emails that we will be strategizing. Then we're going to grab that copy, put it into a beautiful design, and finally we'll be implementing it inside Klaviyo with all the right filters and so on. So, sound exciting? Let's go. But now, the mandatory who am I slide. I'm Matthias, founder of Email Engineers. I have made millions of dollars in email sales by creating the wildest and most profitable email sequences, flows, and also campaigns, but most importantly, really solid email automations programs that are truly like the backbone of the clients I work with. And I have clients featured in a lot of cool places. Now, of course, the mandatory screenshots as well, but I think this is enough. So let's get started with the training. Now, why a cart abandonment sequence? So across our clients, we usually see this is across the top 3 most profitable flows. Generally speaking. And so why focus here? This is simply, following the 80-20, just by improving these top 3 flows, making small changes, adding some emails, changing the strategy, and so on. It can lead to huge changes down the road. So it is worth placing effort here. Then for some of your subscribers, this is going to be the entry point to your brand. So either your subscribers are coming after checkout or through a pop-up in your website or a footer. So we have to be aware that this is the entry point to your brand for a big part of your subscribers. And finally, because your current cart abandonment flow is probably leaking sales, and I want to help you fix that. So we are going to do something special here. So we are using a real brand as example for the flow we're going to be creating. So I choose for this one Sigmatic. So they are a really cool brand. I've been using their products for 5 years now. So they create functional coffee, which are blends of coffee, mushrooms for focus, relaxation, and more. So let me actually show you their website. So this is it for Sigmatic. Now they have a whole of new products. So protein, coffee creamer, and so on. But these coffee blends are the original, the OG. And they use things like lion's mane and chaga, which are like cool nootropics made out of mushrooms, but that energize you in a different way without the crashes and so on of coffee. So it's really cool, worth checking out, actually. So that's it. And now let's create the strategy for a flow that converts. So this section is basically to show you that we don't have to use the standard templates that Klaviyo suggests for a cart abandonment sequence. We can go beyond that. And as I will show you later, that's where the title for the presentation comes from. So creating a cart abandonment sequence that converts 2 to 5 times better, and you're going to see what I mean. So first part of the strategy is the customer journey. So we have to be aware the kind of messaging we're going to be sending them based on where are they in the customer journey. So at this point, they added products to their cart and for some reason abandoned it. So they are really aware of your brand and your product to some extent. So we don't have to go to top of funnel in the way we're going to communicate with them. We just need to get more buy-in from them. So for a brand like Forcematic, they sell functional products with a clear, unique selling proposition. So one way to get this buy-in is by showing that the product can deliver result. We can do this by showing them proof and with dealing with specific objections they might have at this point. Then, since we don't have all the data behind the current results, the website analytics, and so on, we're going to have to make some assumptions about the brand. So, first of all, we're going to assume that the traffic is coming from a standard product page, so not coming from an influencer landing page, which they are already doing, or not coming from a specific offer, in which case we centered our messaging around that. So yes, traffic coming from a standard product page. Then we're going to assume, and this is most likely true, that they have a bestseller, which is Think Blend, which is a blend to help you focus. So that's assumption number 2, and we're going to also assume that they are a founder-focused brand, meaning that their founder plays a role in some of the messaging that the brand is using, and basically that we can leverage this in some parts of our copy and even in some tactics we can use later on. And finally, we're going to assume that customers churn after 3 months, meaning if they haven't purchased anything from us in 3 months, we can assume they're going to churn. So we can play some of our efforts before that and get a little more aggressive to get them back. So having said all that, let's take a look at how a possible high converting cart abandonment flow for Forcematic could look like. Now, let's have a broad look and then we can get into the specifics. So it all starts with a checkout abandonment, of course. Then we're going to wait 30 minutes, see if they have this bestseller, Think Blend, in their cart. If they have, we're going to be sending them a specific email. And if not, we're going to be sending a catch-all email. In either case, we're going to be waiting 6 hours and sending another email, then waiting 17 hours. We're going to be checking whether they have placed an order in the last 3 months. If they haven't, we're going to be sending a special offer incentive email. And if they have, we're going to be sending another catch-all email. So let's take a look at these specifics. So first of all, we're going to be waiting just 30 minutes. I like to be kind of more aggressive here and just wait 30 minutes. The standard, I believe, is like 4 hours or 2 hours, but I prefer to send that email early. Why not less than that? Because there's always this synchronization between Klaviyo, Shopify, or any other app you use. So we don't want to send emails to those who have purchased, but for some reason the event has not logged in. Then we see if they have this bestseller. If they have, we send a special email. So why do we do that? And that's where the name for this presentation comes again. By sending an email targeting to specific motivations and desires, dealing with the objections some might have for this specific product, we can expect to convert way better. Make sense? And if not, we're going to be sending a catch-all email. And you're going to see the specific of it later. In either case, we wait 6 hours, so this is going to be sent on the same day. So again, kind of a more aggressive approach here. If you don't feel comfortable with this for your brand, you can wait a whole day here. That's okay. We're going to be sending a cultural email, different messaging here, of course, different angles as well. Then I am waiting 17 hours. So this is basically going to send an email right at the time that they abandon checkout the day before. That's because we can assume that around that time they are either in shopping mode or they have some leisure time and so on. So we want to send that email around that same time. Then we see if they have placed an order in the last 3 months. So this is going back to the assumptions we made that we are considering then as churn after 3 months. So we're going to check that. And if they haven't placed any order, we are going to offer them an incentive. So we are going to be sending them a special discount here. And if not, if they have purchased, let's say in the last week or 2 weeks, we won't send them any discount. We're just going to send them another reminder with different messaging. So let's write the email copy for all of these 4 emails. But first, what is good email copy? So we have 3 main factors here that make an email convert. So first of all, it has to be on brand. So basically keeping consistency between your channel, your website, your Instagram, and so on, basically so they don't think you have a brand personality disorder. Then the email has to be engaging. So this will go into the design section, which we're going to cover later as well. But this is basically you can have your accountant write your email copy, or your subscriber just won't keep opening your emails because they are just boring. They can't be dull. But the most important part is the last part. Emails have to convert. So you can have the top 2, but it's going to be useless if it doesn't get people to convert. So there are 3 parts of this. So first of all, you have to create desire for your brand, your products, by tapping into your customers' deep motivations to buy. Then we have to remove the fear of buying from you. There are many ways to do this. And finally, we have to make them take action. So if you have all of 3, we are closer to a great email. Make sense? So let's write the emails now, except I don't want to waste your time. So we're going to do like the live cooking show do. And when they place their dish ready in the oven and take another one completely done. So instead of waiting 4 hours in the live show, we're going to do the same here. So I had a great copywriter on my team write this in advance. So let's take a look. So here we have. Now, for context, these emails are going to have 2 sections. So first section is going to target the bottom of the funnel people. Those who are closing to making the purchase, you just need this little nudge, just a little reminder, and who are just more prone to clicking the email. So the first section is going to be a design. And section 2 is going to be plain text. So we are seeing this mix of sections work really well. So as I'm going to show you right now, but this one helps make a good case for buying. This one is just for impulse. So email number 1, again, remember this one is for think plan. So those who abandoned checkout with this bestseller in the cart. So subject line, John, we saw what you did. Subtitle, and it's not what you think. Then section 1, the design. Looks like you left your Think Coffee blend in your cart and didn't finish checking out. We've held it for you temporarily, and then a button, click here to finish checking out now. Super straightforward, to the point, just click here, back to checkout. Then section 2. Hey John, Tito here, founder of Four Sigmatic. And look, I know, the idea of mushroom coffee sounds good, but then you think about it a little more. Mushroom coffee? That can possibly taste good. These guys must be on a different kind of mushroom. That's the only reason I could figure out you stopped checking out halfway through. Trust us, we thought it couldn't be done at first either. It took us 10 long years to crack the code, but it was done. I don't want you to take my word for it either, take it from our 45,000 5-star reviews. Basically, imagine your regular everyday coffee without the normal anxiety rush, midday crash, and jitters, aka energy juice minus the I hate my life part of energy juice. That's what you'll get with us. I pinky promise it will still have the same great taste as regular coffee too. And if you don't love it, it's on us. But we're willing to bet you will be in love. You will get your money back. Forget about followers. Followers who? Change your life today. Click here to finish your checkout. Tiro, founder of For Sigmatic. So that's email number 1 for Think Abandonment Flow. Then this is the catch-all email, so the other path of the flow. Subject line, did you forget this, John? Just wondering, little insights. Section 1, did you forget this? Then the products is for the products in the cart. Life gets busy, we get it. That's why we kept your offer reserved for you in the cart below. Just click here to finish checking out now. Again, this is just basically super straightforward and getting people to click. Then, Section 2. Hey John, Tiro here, founder of For Sigmatic. Have you ever met someone super passionate about something strange and niche? You know, it's a bit weird that they're so passionate about it, but you kind of expect it. I used to have a friend that was a grown adult but had an entire room that consisted of nothing but Lego sets. He was so passionate about Legos, you couldn't help but kind of get passionate about it when he talked about it. That's like me and mushrooms. At For Sigmatic, we're a little bit crazy in a good way. Overly passionate about creating amazing products that are vastly different from competitors at a great price. You see, we have 3 key staples: think, defend, and chill. Think consists of vastly different stimulating beverage without a typical coffee anxiety rush, followed by an energy crash, giving you energy you need to get through the day. Defend gives you nutrients your body desperately needs to operate. Calls be gone. And chill, well, chill helps you relax, without hangovers and all of that. Basically, our goal is to make beverage that do one of these 3 goals so well you have to share the word with your friends and give us some free publicity. The first step to blowing your mind is clicking the link below. Then click this link today, change your life tomorrow. Finish checking out here. But beware, once you go for Sigmatic, you can never go back. Dear founder for Sigmatic. P.S. Don't forget you're covered by our money back guarantee. So, hopefully by now you're getting the gist of it. You can use this to model an email or a series of emails for your brand as well. So let's go into email number 2. Remember, this was going to be sent on the same day. So, subtitle. Title, Taste the Difference. John. Subtitle, an indispensable part of my morning routine. And this is part of a review. Body, the design section. We hate to be pushy like this, but it's been a while since you started checking out and never quite finished. Do you still want to feel how mushroom can change your day? The products in the cart. If you're ready for the change, then by all means, click here to finish checking out now. And you can see how this is coming from the brand, and section 2 is from the founder, as we said before. So, section 2. Hey John, Tiro here, founder of For Sigmatic. I'd like to share with you an email I received a while back. Tiro, no offense, but why will someone buy coffee from you for $20 when they could get it from Walmart for $5? So this is an objection. Price objection. I figure out you might wonder why too. Am I right? I get it. Let me explain. This is a can of Folgers medium roast for $5 from Walmart. Then a real screenshot. From it, you can expect stimulation, potentially an upset stomach, jitters, there's a fine line, anxiety, has you thinking at the speed of twin turbo engine, a crash about 4 hours after you drink it, and a familiar taste. Our think cold brew ground coffee with lion's mane and chaga mushroom, 12 ounce, a little bit bigger, costs $20. From it, you can expect stimulation, no upset stomach, zero jitters, absolutely no anxiety, no crash, and a better taste. So yeah, I suppose you could say it costs more. But what's a morning kickstart without any upset stomach, jitter, or crash worth to you? I'd say that's worth plenty. There's a difference between cost and value. Our customers know the difference, but don't take my word for it. Take it from our 45,000 5-star reviews. Here are a few notable ones. And then we have these testimonials from real people. Chelsea Yemse, Rich Roll, Dr. Mark Hyman. And by the way, I know I was talking about our Think product line here, but the same exact love and attention to detail is applied to every single product we sell. You can taste the difference, and I love to prove it to you with our money back guarantee. If you don't absolutely love anything we sell, you'll get that money right back. Just click here this link right here to finish checking out Clevo, founder for Sigmatic. So yeah, this is again making it clear about the money back guarantee, because someone buying these mushroom products might have a lot of concerns about this, if this thing works, the flavor, and so on. Then we're going to be sending this offering incentive email. So this was the path if they haven't placed an order in the last 3 months. So subject line: do you accept bribes? Subtitle: because we'd like to bribe you. Then design section: maybe the price is just a bit too high for your taste. That's why we're hooking you up. Some will call it a bribe. If you use the coupon change within the next 24 hours, you get 10% off your products you left in your cart. Then the products. Just click right here and save 10% today. Then the text section. Hey, you're here, founder for Sigmatic. I've sent you a couple of emails recently about the checkout you didn't quite finish. We've already covered the taste, quality, the goal of any Sigmatic product, the Sigmatic difference, and more. But still, you haven't come back and finished your checkout. So the last thing I could possibly think of when it comes to why is maybe it's just a little bit above your budget. That's why I'm giving you a 10% off if you use the coupon code change in the next 24 hours. We hardly ever give out discounts since our products are only made out of incredible high quality ingredients. Our profit margin is pretty slim as a byproduct of that. But I know if you give it a try, you'll fall in love at first sip. The only catch is you have to use it within the next 24 hours. After that, the coupon code is no longer valid and you'll never see it again. Click here to save 10% today. Tiro, founder for Sigmatic. So this is going to add a little urgency and also a little bit of scarcity in the terms that we don't use discounts frequently, which will be real for a brand like this, and providing a reason why we don't send discounts frequently, which helps make the case even better. And we could also use dynamic codes here, but for the sake of this presentation, just keeping it simple. But yeah, we could use Klaviyo's dynamic codes here, so they actually get a different coupon just for them, and we could do that as well. But yeah, that's the email. So as you can see, the section 1 of all emails is just super straightforward. Section 2 is pure conversational, so coming straight from the founder, feeling a little more close, personal, and the copy is super engaging as we saw. And that will be for the copy. Now, let's design the emails. So, before designing the emails, there are 3 things we have to keep in mind. First of all, design has to be on brand, so it should follow the same guidelines as your Instagram image, your website, and so on to keep consistency. Then, we have to be aware of the structure. we are using in the emails. So emails should have a logical path. This is going to also cover a little more of the last section compared. So they have to have a logical path to make it easy for the eye to understand and for the brain to understand what's important and what's the goal of the email without even having to read any single word. For example, a common design structure we use is the V-shape structure. So bigger content here, slightly smaller content that leads to usually a call to action, which is a button. The good thing about this structure is that it's also mobile optimized, so it's usually just one column, headline, maybe an image, and a button below. And then convert, again, the most important part of an email. We have to make it convert. So hopefully you're seeing the pattern here. For copywriting, the most important part was also to convert. Now, email has to create desire. So good product images and photo should create desire for what you're selling. For example, a fashion brand might use shoots of models the audience aspire to look like. The same will go for a supplement brand, with huge jacked guys. Food brands can use their close shoot of their products to literally hack your brain into designing the product, literally making you hungry for that product. And a brand like Forcematic can feature the ingredients in a natural way to signal the purity of them. For example, using photo shoots of the lion's mane, mushroom in the nature, and so on. And lifestyle brands can use inspiring photos, showing what the audience is craving at a deep level, like connection and so on. There are many ways we can do this. And then we have to make them take action. So a beautiful design would mean nothing if it doesn't move people to the next step that we want them to take, which is usually click the button or buy the product. So we have to use call to actions all throughout the design, specifically in the upper section, in the above default section, which is what subscribers see first when opening an email, because that is going to be signaling that we want them to take action as a result of opening this email. Make sense? So let's design the emails now, and as you might expect, I'm not going to do it live, but I have my designers create this in advance. So let's take a look. So we went here, and this is email number 1. So this is going to be for blend. We already read the copy before, but again, looks like you left your tea coffee blend in your car and didn't finish checking out. We've held it for you temporarily. Click here to finish checking out now. So yeah, basically making the product the hero of the email. So when they love the emails, it is clear what we want them to do. Then catch all email number 1. Did you forget this? That we're going to show them the products in the cart. And the copy we saw before. Life gets busy, we get it. That's why we kept your offers here for you. Click here to finish checking out. Then email number 2. The next day. We have to be pushed like this, but it's been a while since you started. Do you still want to feel how mushroom can change your day? And this is bold to get attention. If you're ready for a change, then by all means, click here to finish checking out now. And then this is the offer incentive email. And it says, maybe the price is just a bit too high for your test. That's why we're hooking you up. Some will call it a bribe. Use the coupon change within the next 48 hours and get 10% off your entire order. So we bold and change the color for change, 10% off to get the attention again. Make them recognize right away what is going on in this email. And then the products in the cart, and then click here and save 10% today. So that is the emails. Now we have the copy, we have the email. Let's load the emails in Klaviyo. So you can see for yourself what the filters and the triggers should look like to create the first, to match it to the strategy we let out in the first. So let's hop on to Klaviyo. Okay, right here. Yeah, the trigger is when someone starts the checkout. The filters we're going to use are just standard in this case. So person has, it is not allowing, but it's placed order 0 times since started this flow and has not been in the flow in the last 7 days. So yeah, we don't want to be, I think the usual is like 30 days, but again we're getting a little more aggressive here. We don't want them to receive this email if they are abandoned checkout in the same week. We don't want to spam them with that. So those are the conditions. Then we wait 30 minutes as we said, and here's how we check if they have this best seller. So we use what's called a trigger split. Basically check what is going on here, and for some reason it isn't loading, but we're going to check if items contains think blend, which is the bestseller. If it does, we're going to send the think email, and if it doesn't, we're going to send the catch-all email. Then in case we wait 6 hours, and the same day we send email number 2. We wait 17 more hours, and yeah, it's not in, but this is placed order. So has placed order 0 times in the last 90 days. So we said it was 3 months to be considered churn, so 90 days. If they have placed 0 orders, then yes, and we send this offer incentive email. It should say offer incentive email. And if they don't, we can send another email here. In this case, we will cover different objections and so on. So we can keep this email series like over 5 ideally, 5, 7 email long, even more if we start to add more emails to this side, which we will usually do to improve conversion. So just not having one product email here, but just 5 or 7, and then having another line here just for the catch-all email. And we can do this just not for one product, but if you have 3 bestsellers, you can and you should do it for these best sellers, and you will see that your conversion rate is going to skyrocket on this. And you will have one here, then you will add another trigger split here. So if it no, but if the item contains the other product, then you send that, and again no, and you continue creating that, and you have different path here. So let's take a look at the email right now. And I think why it is not loading, so one moment. Okay, so it wasn't loading because I was logged into a different Klaviyo account, but now we're back and we now can see how it really looks. So checkout started here, and you can see now the right filters. If you want to take a screenshot of or something, take a screenshot of this as well, and so on. And this is the last condition. So has placed order 0 times the last 9 days. Yes. But now the emails. So email for think blend. Let's take a look. Looks like you left everything coffee blend in the car. We hope. I click here. That's section 1, remember? And then we have section number 2. This is how it looks. So here's the copy. Here's a link, and I also added another button at the bottom, which we've seen across clients will also improve conversion rate. So this is how it will look, an email that mixes design and text, and basically it's the best of both worlds. So that's first email. Then we have email number 2. Did you forget this? You cannot see the top, but it's just a logo here. The products in the card. For this, of course, for this training, I just have this designed in the same image, but you will replace it with the dynamic block in Klaviyo, so you can adjust this, change the size of the images and the product names and so on to make it look beautiful. Then the copy, and then the text bar with the call to action that stands out, and again a button. And what we're doing here is everything here is taking them straight back to checkout. So you can get this dynamic code when you create a kind of cart abandonment flow. They give you this code. If you're in Shopify at least, you get this code that takes you straight to checkout with all your data and all your products back in. So we're adding that link to the image, to every section of the image, here and here as well. Basically, if they click anything, we're going to take them back to the cart. That's the only thing we want them to do. Then the other catch-all email number 2. So the logo for Somatic, products in the cart, the button, and then the design, the text section with an image in this case, which we will again link it to the checkout. We have the user reviews, which are actually from famous influencers, and yeah, finish your checkout here. And finally, the offer incentive. Let's take a look. So maybe the price is just a bit too high for your taste. That's why we're hooking you up. And then change the items in the cart. And what you can do here as well is adding a discount code to that dynamic checkout link. So by doing this, we will take them back to their same cart and with the discount code applied. So basically removing any friction in the process. So the more friction you remove, the more you convert. So we would add the coupon straight to the link if they click any of this, and if they click any of these as well. So that's it. This is the structure behind a flow that can potentially convert 2, 3, and even 5 times better. Now, again, this is just very simple. You could, like I told you before, you can add more emails here, and so on. But even if it just improves the conversion rate by 50%, the compounded effects over a year can lead to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on your skill, of course. And now, what's next? So, you learn what a high converting email sequence that recover more cards looks like. Hopefully you can get the idea and do the same for your brand, follow the same design structures, use the right filters and triggers, and do the same for your brand. But if you want us to do this for your brand, and we'll go to all your data, analytics, analyze your customer journey, your market, and build flows and campaigns that will outperform anything you currently have. Or if you don't have anything set up, we'll build the most solid email foundation you could wish of, with the most optimized flows anyone can offer. Just visit email-engineers.com/discovery, and if you're the right fit, we'll have a call and see which one of our services is the right for you. So again, if you want us to go over your Klaviyo account and optimize everything, look at based on your data, your current and your past performance, analyze your market, your customer journeys, build a special automation around that, because all businesses are different. So you may need a special focus on a different flow, maybe. So we will check that for you, let you know what's the best option, and then create something that we know for a fact is going to perform better. So if you want that for your brand, head over to email-engineers.com/discovery and input your information so that we can contact you back with more information. All right. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you got your time's worth out of this, and you can do the same for your brand. Again, waiting you on email-engineers.com/discovery. Bye.